ricotta gnocchi, which can be made in 5 minutes, with a garlic, tomato, and broccoli rabe sauce. This takes a little more effort than if you use a dried pasta, but it's still pretty quick. So let's get started. Alright, so first thing, get that water going. I like to turn on this pan. Now we're going to make sauce for 4 people. We're only cooking for 2 people. So that's why there's another frying pan there, so that we can save half the sauce. And toss the gnocchi with the sauce that we make. Okay, so garlic. I could have sworn I had 5 cloves. Somehow it turned into 4. Did you see 5? Am I crazy? I guess I'm crazy. Now you can keep these whole. You can chop them into a couple pieces if you want. Just do some big pieces. They're gonna sort of confit, become really, really soft and sweet. Alright, here's our can of tomatoes with the world's worst can opener. Like literally the worst one ever. I like to get a DOP San Marzano tomato if I can find it. There were none today, so I went with this one. Pomodori pilati italiani, which means tomatoes peeled Italian, or Italian peeled tomatoes. I kind of like the way they do it, because they say tomatoes. Okay, great. Peeled. Wonderful. Italian. Great. The way we say it, Italian peeled tomatoes, it doesn't make any sense. Italian. Italian what? Italian peeled. Italian peeled what? Italian peeled tomatoes. Oh, now I get it. So, whenever you think European languages are weird, just remember that. Here's some extra virgin olive oil. I would say that's about, oh, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 cup. And that might seem excessive, but I don't think it is. And we will try and submerge that a little. Sometimes I do things like this to get it going, but it seems like the pan is not hot enough yet, so let's just let that happen. I do like to get some heat in there. This could be red pepper flakes. I've been digging these guys lately, and just one seems to do the trick. I also like to hit it with some kosher salt right now, and already everything is smelling wonderful. Great. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. So now, to the gnocchi. The first thing we need is a cup of all-purpose flour, one egg, now we're talking. Oh yeah. Getting some color there. If you have okay, so right when you start to see the color like that, can you see that? It's getting some brownness on it. Now's when you want to come in with these tomatoes. And another thing I like to do is just get a little bit of water, swirl it around in the can, try and get a little more tomato out. You can see that that is better use there. And now we're just going to cover that. We're gonna lower it a little bit, and sort of forget about it. We don't have to worry about the garlic burning anymore because there's so much water from the tomato that the pan temperature it can never go above boiling water temperature now, which is 212, so the garlic won't burn. When it was just in the oil, it can go to 400 degrees and beyond, and that's when it burns. So you get it really hot, you look at it, you look at it, you look at it, and right when you say, you know what, that's enough, you hit it with the wine, the water, the vodka, or the tomatoes, and that drops the temperature, and then you don't have to worry about anything burning. So that's what's up there. Okay, we're going to come in with a cup of ricotta cheese. I don't think that was a full cup. Okay. Very nice. So, I like to hit the egg. Ding, 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 ding. Mix it up, sort of on the side here. And the egg is important because it coagulates when it heats up, and that is what keeps these guys together. So now I just try to sort of bring it together. I don't want to really mix too hard. I just want it to become something. At this point, water's looking pretty good. Okay. And so I like to start in a bowl just because it sort of contains that mess a little bit, and then once it sort of comes together a little bit, even if it looks clumpy, then I dump it out on the table, and then I go like this with my hands, and I don't want to knead it, I just want to make it homogeneous. I just want to make it form. Now today it's feeling a little bit wet, and unfortunately, I've closed this up like a jabroni. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to access it. Because we do want to have enough dough here. Okay, so there we go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So, we now have a ball. You can see we didn't knead it, but it is holding its shape very well. So at this point, what I like to do is flatten it into a disc. I just flipped it over there so that I get some flour on the other side. As it spreads out, you get wet areas again. And I'm looking to flatten it to about the height of my hand, maybe a little bit skinnier. If you've got big hands, definitely skinnier. The thing is, when these soak in the water, they really swell up, so you want to make them smaller than you think. And now I just come in with a knife. This can be any kind of kitchen knife, really. And I'm looking to make strips. Okay. Now normally people will have you roll out the dough and try and make these long snaky things. I think the disc method works much better. So now I'll take off a piece, I'll go like that, and then I'll literally just go boop, 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 boop. And there are gnocchi. That's it. So, just sort of clean out your bowl a little bit. Maybe hit it with a little more flour. And then these guys can come right into the bowl. Okay? And we'll repeat. Boom, 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 boom. Cylindrical. Nice and cylindrical. And then very nice. Do it again. Do this 2 at a time, maybe. You can hear the water's getting very close to boiling, and that's wonderful because we're getting ready to submerge these. If you're into the ridged gnocchi, you can take the back of a fork and sort of thumb it off, but I like this shape. I think it's cool. Okay. Coming in. Oh, that broke. No problem. Keep it alive, keep it alive. Man, oh man, I get so there's like a knife fall every episode. I'm sorry, guys. Watch my magic hands. Incredible, there it is. That didn't happen, you didn't see anything, move along. Yeah. All this stuff is getting boiled, don't worry, it's clean. Also, I vacuum every day because I'm an insane person. So anyone who comments on that, my floor's cleaner. No shoes in this house. Notice the socks? I mean, I don't know about you guys, I drop things all the time. That's what happens. Luckily, it's just a table knife. Like, it's not sharp. Alright, so this is cool to start with sort of the square-shaped snakes and make them circle. It's much faster than starting with a ball and trying to roll it out into a snake. And that's why I think the disc method is really great. And as far as I know, I'm the one that came up with that, which I'm extremely proud of. And that comes from many, many times of making gnocchi and being like, this is so annoying. Why does it have to be this way? And the answer is, it doesn't have to be this way. Sometimes tradition slows us down. Okay. Again, boom, 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 boom. So what I'm doing with my left hand is here, I'm sort of just creating a guide to help the knife go through. I've sort of gotten a little bit of a callusis on this finger from that happening so much. But the top of the knife hits this finger every single time, and that's how I'm getting these to be relatively the same size. Alright, so there they are. Just kind of move the flour around a little bit. Very nice. And we are done with that. I'm going to quickly scrape my hands a little bit. Very nice. Seems like we have water that is boiling. Wonderful. So we will salt the water. I'll bring it up to 15, which is the highest it goes. here's our broccoli. Broccoli rabe it's bitter, and I love it. And I just want to take about half an inch or an inch off the stems here, because that's what was in the store, and it's a little bit icky. So just move that aside. And now we're going to come in with our gnocchi. So, here we go. Like to turn it down a little bit. Delicate, freshly made pastas tend to fall apart in a roaring boil. So we do that, and now, right now here, it's very important to just give it a stir so that you make sure none of them really stick together. Okay. The sauce smells absolutely fantastic. Can bring this up a little bit. The timer on these is when they float to the top. That's it. When are they done? When they float. That's the answer. And now what we'll do is we'll get this pan a little bit warm right here. I'm just smashing the tomatoes a tiny bit because they are whole peeled. Starting to float, see that? Very nice, very nice. Great. Okay. Here's some parmigiano reggiano, and I am going to put that into my trusty cheese grater, the one that blasts through cheese faster than anyone knew was possible. Alright, here comes a little bit of sauce, just as a base here for the gnocchi, which will now continue cooking in the sauce. Very nice. Oh, very beautiful. Nice and fluffy. Trying not to ruin my shirt here. Okay, so that's happening. And now what we're going to do is take these stems, we're going to go in the water, cut off another piece here. And those are going to go in the water. And here are the tops, and those are going to go in the water. And I'm just going to keep these here so you can see some color differentiation, because this is going to blow your mind. This needs about 20 seconds. That's it. I go right into the sauce with that. Nice and healthy. Those. Okay, I think we don't need any heat there anymore. And now you can see the color difference. And that gets a lot of the bitterness out. I'd like to add some olive oil. I'd like to add some salt. And this can continue to cook, since this is going to be its own separate sauce, but I'm going to take some of the rabe right now, approximately half, gorgeous. Super bueno. Maybe a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Alright, here comes some parmigiano. Sometimes you gotta readjust this, but I do love how quickly and how much cheese you can get from a thing like that. So, look at that. Let's take one on the cutting board and have a look, have a closer look. Okay, I'm gonna use the back of the knife here so you can see. Very soft, nice and gooey, fluffy, squishy. See how it's a little slimy, so it's hard to move, but you can see how it just disintegrates. And I'm going to taste it. Delicious. Very pleased with that. Alright, let's plate it up. Plates are here, Frank. The great thing about gnocchi is that they really absorb a lot. So you can have a very wet sauce and they will compensate. They will continue to cook and make it. That sauce is going in a container and we're saving it for later, just in case anyone was wondering. Well, that's it. Broccoli, Rabe, garlic, pomodoro, ricotta gnocchi. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, here we are. We've got some gnocchi right here. They're super hot. Mmm. So soft. They go down like butter. You know, the quick blanch on the broccoli Rabe infused with the heavily garlicized tomato sauce. It's a really nice combo. And it was really quick. I mean, this is something you would think would take a long time. It doesn't. I'm excited about this piece because there's a giant chunk of garlic right there. It's great. Give it a try. Use any sauce you'd like. You don't have to use this sauce. I really just wanted to show you how easy it is to make ricotta gnocchi. Okay, take it easy. Hi, I'm back. I just wanted to let you know that the broccoli Rabe is super good. And so are the gnocchi. I don't know if I expressed that fully last time.